my beautiful people, I have some big news. I think that now, if I don't do my hair, it doesn't look absolutely ridiculous. So that's good because I'm pretty lazy when it comes to doing my hair. So today, we're gonna be going to the gym. Obviously, that's usually what I do every day. But today, I'm gonna be doing squats, and I think I'm gonna go to Fitness 101, aka The Lair, aka The Village, aka, there's so many different names for it. I think I'm gonna go there, even though it's like 100 degrees today, just because I really like going there. And honestly, the reason that I like to go there is because, honestly, I mean, the things that I do are because of you guys, right? And I feel like I'm able to get a lot better footage there than I am 24, because at 24, they don't really let you film, and at Fitness 101, they're totally cool with you filming. Yeah, it's a little bit hotter and I sweat like crazy, but I feel like it's totally worth it for the videos and for you guys. So that's kind of why I've been going there a little bit more, and I really like the atmosphere there, and I like the people there. So it's just kind of a win-win for everybody. It's just not a win for my sweat glands. But yeah, so that's what's going on, and I've been listening to a lot of Modest Yahoo. I'm not sure if you guys listen to him very much, but he's one of my favorite artists to listen to when I'm just in any sort of mood. But usually when I'm in a really good mood, he's a good person to listen to because he's just, I don't know, always very uplifting. So that is what is on the agenda today. I would have been filming a little bit earlier, but all of my cameras were dead, so I had to charge them before I was able to film anything. So that's what's going on. Hope you guys enjoy the video. You wanna see? You wanna vlog? Look, here.
Hi guys.
Say hi, guys. How are you? Ask them, say, how are you? Say, I love you guys.
I love you guys.
Alright, give me a kiss. Mwah. So today I'm going to be doing like a volume day on squats. So my main goal that I've set for myself is I want to do 5 sets of 5 with any weight that's heavier than 225 pounds. So pretty much any weight that's more than just 2 plates. That is my goal. I'm going to feel out what 225 pounds feels like. So that's going to be my next set, just to see how I feel. And then from there, we'll see how much weight I end up using for the 5 sets of 5. So I was able to get 275 pounds for 3 sets of 5 last week. So I decided I want to try and get 275 pounds for a 5x5. We'll see how this goes. I honestly have no clue how this will feel. I hope that I'm able to get it, but you guys will see. First 2 sets were pretty rough, and you probably saw that on the second set. I actually put chalk on my back. That's the first time I've ever done that. The bars here, they don't have any center knurling, so they don't have like the bar's not like has those cuts in it. It doesn't have that in the middle of it, so the bar would kind of slide on my back. So for the first time, I decided to put chalk on my traps. I've never done it before, so it felt kind of weird, but hopefully this next set it'll get a little bit more normal to me, because honestly it did stick really well to my back, so that was kind of nice. Didn't have to worry about it slipping at all. So we're gonna go do set number 3 now. Alright, if I'm being completely honest, this is the hardest that I've ever had on squats. Like, I've never worked this hard on sets of squats, and it hurts. It doesn't hurt in a bad way, but it's like, it's rough, but it feels good at the same time, like really pushing through it and trying to get the sets that I want to get. So Last set here. I really hope I can get this. This is a milestone for me. This will be huge for me because not long ago, 275 was my absolute max. So being able to do a 5x5 with this would be huge for me. Oh my gosh. Woo. That was, it's funny, I mean, I'm stoked, I'm super happy, but it's funny watching back squat footage because you always feel like when you're squatting, you feel like, wow, that was hard. Like, I'm sure that looked absolutely horrible. Granted, I'm sure it wasn't perfect form, but I don't know. I just watched it back. You did the wrong one, bro. That's it, bro. Thanks, man.
Yes, sir.
I did, so I watched it back and I realized that it's not, the form wasn't as terrible. Like in my head, I was like, this is the worst form I've ever had in my life. But then I watched it back and it wasn't that bad. I don't know, I'm just really happy. 275 used to be my max and now I'm doing it for 5 sets of 5. But now I'm just gonna do some pause squats. I won't film that because I'm trying to get my workout done because that took a really long time. I was resting a lot because I wanted to make sure I was able to get the 5 sets of 5. I'm just gonna do some pause squats the rest of my leg day now. That is the best gym that I've ever worked out at. I love, this is called Fitness 101. This is where I go. I've kind of talked about it already. So when I got there, I told the owner, so the guy that came up to me when I was doing my last, that last clip, the guy that came up to me and handed me that shirt, that's the owner of the gym. And I told him, oh man, I forgot my headphones. And he was like, oh, I have some headphones I can give you. But then he was like, well, actually you could just plug your phone into the speakers and you could play whatever music you want. And I was like, I'm down with that. So I was able to play my music through the speakers of the whole gym and they were totally fine with it. It's just, I don't know, it's a really cool gym. Also, I'm not wearing a shirt currently because the shirt that I was wearing obviously had a bunch of chalk on it and I don't want to get that all over my car, so that's why I'm shirtless. So now I'm gonna go back to my house, take a shower because I smell absolutely terrible. This is super random. I just got home and I was cleaning out my closet, kind of getting rid of some stuff that I don't wear anymore, and I came across some, I've always kept some of my oldest, like my biggest clothes, so I came across a few of the pieces that I used to wear, so I thought it would be kind of fun just to try them on, and I think that I have, hopefully I have some pictures or videos of the shirts that I'm trying on and the stuff that I'm trying on, so you guys can kind of get a representation. It's always good, I like to keep the stuff that I used to wear when I was at my heaviest, just as a reminder for myself, because like this stuff used to fit me and it's not a lie. Like I'm not putting on extra big sizes of stuff that I used to wear and stuff like that. Like this is absolutely what used to fit me. So let me try some of the stuff on and kind of I don't know, talk about it, I guess. This is crazy. This is a size 5X. This used to fit me. Like I'm not lying, I promise you. This used to fit me when I was at my heaviest. So this is what it looks like now. This is insane to me. Like, look at this. That's crazy. So when I think I have a couple pictures of myself wearing this shirt. This was probably my most favorite shirt that I owned when I was at my heaviest. I'm almost 100% positive that I wore this shirt more than any other shirt that I have or that I had. I don't know what it was about it. I've always, this is Big Black, you guys know from Robin Big. So I really liked his clothing because there wasn't many places that made clothing that was my size. So I bought a lot of his stuff. I had a few shirts of his. So I wore this thing all the time. Look at this. This is huge now. It's like I haven't done this in a while. I do it every once in a while because it really does just remind you of how, I don't know, how big I was. At least this is something that I like to do. I'm not sure if everyone else does this, but that's nuts. So this was a shirt that I wore. This was probably one of the nicer shirts that I had. So if I ever went out anywhere that I felt like I needed to dress nice, this was a shirt that I wore. So this is a Rockaware. This is a size 5X as well. That was the biggest shirt size that I ended up wearing, was a 5X. So this is what it looks like now. And this thing, like, no joke, I'm not exaggerating when I say that this was this was tight on me. Like, this was around my stomach, my midsection. It was tight, you know. It wasn't a loose shirt by any means. So thinking about that, like thinking about how big the shirt is on me now and how large I was, I always kind of think about the amount of the actual amount of loose skin that I have compared to how big I was is really not that much. And I feel really lucky to only have the amount that I do have, because I know that there's a lot of people that have it a lot worse than me. But yeah, that's just kind of something that I always think of. Like, I remember when I bought this shirt, I was so happy because I had to search for clothes that actually fit, because I didn't shop online because I didn't trust any of the sizing. So I would have to buy clothes in the store. So I had to go to, like, I think it was like 5 or 7 or something, like a bunch of different places to find any button up that I remotely liked. And I remember I found this one. I was just really happy about it, but definitely does not fit anymore. Wow. So this shirt right here is actually, it means a lot to me, because this is a shirt that I bought right before I started losing weight. I had to go to a wedding in Utah, so I had to drive up there with my friend, and I remember we had to buy clothes, because I've always been someone that has never had really super nice stuff, so I didn't like have a bunch of nice clothes to wear and stuff like that to the wedding. So I had to go out and buy a nice shirt that I wanted to wear to the wedding. And it's the same story as the last button up. It was so hard to find a shirt that I thought would like fit and look nice, and that I look nice in it. I have a ton of pictures in this shirt actually, because like I said, I was in that wedding. I wasn't in the wedding, but I went to the wedding. And it's funny, if you kind of notice that I'm definitely like I'm in the background of all the pictures that I'll show you, because I didn't want to have my picture taken. But this is also a size 5XL shirt, so obviously no longer fits me anymore. This is a Rocawear as well. So I'm not lying when I say these things used to be tight. So I remember, I have a specific story about this shirt. I remember we were at the wedding, and then it was at like the after party. I remember we had gotten done with the wedding, and I went and I sat down, and then obviously, you know, the fat that you have, or whatever you want to call it, that you have when you sit down, it's gonna, you know, kind of expand into the shirt. And I remember I sat down, and then the shirt, like these two buttons like opened, right? And I was just so embarrassed. Like, nobody saw it, but in my head I was just like, oh my gosh, you serious? Like, this is a size 5X, and it was crazy. So I remember right after that happened, because I was wearing like a white shirt under it, I just like unbuttoned it and then acted like that's how I wanted to wear the shirt. But that was, I don't know, it's kind of crazy looking back at this stuff. Like, it's just crazy thinking that my body used to fit in something that's this big, you know? And this is one that always gets me, being able to fit my whole body in one of the pant legs that I have. And this is no lie, this is a size 56 pant. This is what I used to wear in Dickie shorts. That was what I wore. That is insane to me. I don't know, it's one of those things looking back that I feel very blessed to not live that life anymore. And it's one of those things that motivates me to make videos and stuff like that, because I know that there are people that are still living that life and still living like that. And I want to do everything in my power to help people that are willing. Obviously, you have to be willing to work to get out of that, but I want to do everything in my power to get people out of that situation. I don't know, it's just crazy. I thought that would be something that was kind of fun to do. So I'm actually on my way to a farmer's market. I don't think I've ever really been to one before, like a real farmer's market, so that should be exciting. I'm gonna go help out with my church. They just need some people to pass out waters and stuff like that, and I figured it'd be good to get out of the house. I just finished editing a video, so that took a while. So it's already about 5 o'clock now, so it took me a while to edit that video. So I wanted to get that done, so I had the rest of the night to kind of do whatever I wanted to do. So I'm gonna go over to that farmer's market and pass out some waters. So that went really well. You really underestimate how much people will appreciate, especially with it being so hot. It's still 100 degrees and it's 6:30. You really underestimate how much people will appreciate just something simple like a water when they're really thirsty, you know what I mean, for free. Because everyone always assumes that, you know, you're trying to sell them something, so they would ask like, wait, it's free? I'm like, yeah, we're just giving people waters. So, but that's what we ended up doing. I'm gonna go ahead and end the video here because I want to be able to edit this tonight. So I just want to say I really appreciate you guys' support. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. There was one other thing that I wanted to say. Oh yeah, look how buff I am.